Think you need an overseas flight for an epic Disney guided adventure? Think again. Today, we're exploring the North American Adventures by Disney trips, highlighting incredible experiences closer to home. Welcome back to Earstravagant Adventures. I'm your host and travel agent bestie, Rachel, and joining me, as always, is Katie.
Hi.
Your favorite travel chaos coordinator who keeps every adventure running smoothly. Nice extra tagline there, ma'am. Today we're continuing our Adventures by Disney series and focusing on something many people don't even realize exists, and that is North American itineraries. You don't have to fly across the world to experience the Disney difference of a guided tour. From breathtaking national parks and Alaskan adventures to culturally rich cities, that's right. We're breaking down what these US and Canada trips look like, who they're perfect for, and why they're such an underrated way to travel. So grab your hiking shoes, walking shoes, and your sense of adventure because today we're exploring North America Disney style. But first, a word from our sponsor. Vacation planning should be exciting, not overwhelming, but somewhere between comparing resorts, booking dining, and building the perfect itinerary, it starts to feel like a part-time job. But that's exactly where Alonzi Travel comes in. We are a team of experienced travel advisors who specialize in theme park cruise, all-inclusive resorts, and European getaways. We've planned hundreds of trips, and our Google reviews speak for themselves. For your first call to the moment you get home, we handle every single detail, the research, the reservations, the strategy, all so you don't have to, because we believe your vacation should feel like a vacation from start to finish. So when you're ready for your next amazing vacation, visit alonzi-travel.com/take the trip and let's plan that trip together. So Katie, why don't you give us a quick recap in case you guys haven't seen the episode of What is Adventures by Disney, which by the way, please go watch that episode, but give us a recap. What is Adventures by Disney?
So, Adventures by Disney are Disney's premium guided travel experience. Everything is planned for you. It follows a itinerary. It is, words. Like it is the most magical out of the box travel experience that you are going to have. It is small group travel that feels personal, and Disney very much focuses on the storytelling aspect for all of these itineraries, and they are absolutely incredible.
Everyone who comes back from these says they don't want to travel any other way. And like you really that sounds like fluff, right? Like that sounds
It
like
does.
blowing smoke, but like you really don't understand until you've been. And fortunately, we do have some very close to home, some you don't need a passport for, some you do. I'm gonna give you the names of each, and then we're gonna talk about each one so you know what's what. So, we've got Alaska, Arizona, and Utah, Canada, specifically Calgary and the Canadian Rockies, Canada, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Island, Disneyland Resort and Southern California Escape,
That's the
also
one.
Disneyland Resort in Southern California. There, we'll tell you the difference in just a minute. Wyoming. Ugh,
Yeah. The Wyoming is at like one of my bucket list. Like,
yes. Yeah. Well, let's start with probably the most timely because I feel like we get asked about Alaska all the time.
mhm,
All the time. The thing with Alaska is it is a tricky place.
mhm.
Tricky logistic wise because they don't have big airports. You can't drive everywhere. Like Alaska is literally like it's called the last frontier. It is literally the
Yeah,
last
it's
frontier.
the wilderness.
It's the wilderness. So if you're not wanting to do a cruise, then a guided tour, like I really do not recommend you doing Alaska on your own.
No,
No. I
no.
highly recommend a guided tour. And if I'm going to go all the way out to Alaska, I'm going to do it with Adventures by Disney. Um, so again, these are guided tours. Okay. They are structured. You don't get to pick how many nights, how many days. You don't really get to pick the dates. They're all structured. So Alaska is 8 days and 7 nights.
Mhm.
They go to Anchorage, Talkeetna. Sorry, that's
There's
not
going to be
how
some hard words in this episode.
yeah, we're
Hard
trying.
words ahead.
Denali National Park.
I know that one from Twilight.
That's niche. And Girdwood. So this is going to take you on Nenana River scenic rafting. You guys, river
That
raft.
sounds fun. Yeah.
What? What did you say?
I said that sounds fun.
Oh, I you were quiet, so I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'll be louder.
Listen, river rafting is thrilling. So you're gonna cruise through the scenic wilderness, which literally you could see bears and stuff, along the eastern boundary of Denali National Park. You're also gonna go on Girdwood Mining Town, explore the historic town founded as a supply camp for gold miners because the gold rush was an actual thing,
Hmm.
and it was very much in Alaska. And then you're going to visit a championship kennel. This is where you would not see me ever again. I would hide in the kennels and never come back.
Yeah, we
So
know.
you visit the Happy Trails Kennel and learn about the history of working dogs in Alaska. And then lastly, the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center, you learn about conservation efforts and animal rehabilitation from local naturists. So if you couldn't tell, Disney does lean into the culture, they lean into nature, they lean into being
Hmm.
respectful of the destinations. Take me to the kennel, that's all I care about.
This is not high on my list of things to do, but Alaska is not high on my list of things to do. But I have
Mm.
a ton of people that want to go to Alaska. And some people don't want to do the cruise. Like you said, they don't want to be on the ship. They want to focus more on in inside
Yeah,
Alaska instead of the coast. And
yeah.
this is perfect for them.
And it's
Yeah.
a perfect taste too, because there is
Hmm.
Alaska is very big and there is so much to see in Alaska. But this is a great taste for you to decide if you want to go back and do maybe you want to do a cruise and do a land and sea combo to see more of it.
Hmm.
Because this doesn't have Fairbanks in it, and Fairbanks is someplace that I'd really like to go, but this is a really nice teaser. Um, how about you tell us about the one that this one
Th-
I'm dying to do.
this is yours?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is mine.
Arizona and Utah. So this is 8 days, 7 nights. Locations: Sedona, Grand Canyon National Park, Monument Valley, Moab, and the Arches National Park. This is
Mhm.
yours. I can't
Yes.
believe it.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
yeah. So in 2020, when everything was shut
Mhm.
down because of COVID, I basically planned this for myself, but we couldn't do it because the Navajo were having a much rougher time with COVID and they weren't it's most of these places are Navajo territory and
Mhm.
they control who's on them. And if you can't get access, you can't be there. And they were not allowing access to most of these places, so we couldn't go.
Just some highlights from this trip is Grand Canyon National Park. Stay in Grand Canyon National Park lodging. Experience the wonders of the national parks straight from your doorstep. Traverse the trails on the South Rim on a private tour in this awe-inspiring natural wonder.
Have you
This
seen the
does sound
Grand
like you.
Canyon?
No, I've never been to the Grand Canyon. Mm-mm.
I've been in it.
Colorado River rafting. Cruise down the mighty Colorado River on this exciting rafting trip. Monument Valley. I would like to go to Monument Valley.
Well,
Discover the natural, huh?
Monument Valley is in Soaring Around the World.
Um, let's see. Now I'm distracted. Discover the national beauty of the buttes, mesas, and secret niches pointed out by a Navajo guide. The Diamondback Gulch off-road tour. I would not want to do that.
Oh, I would do
I'm not an off-road ATV type person, but that is an open desert terrain off-road tour. The Navajo cookout dinner and storytelling. I would love that.
that. I would love that.
Listen to tales of the Old West while dining on delicious local fare in the Arches National Park. Walk amongst the geological treasures on this hike to the iconic Delicate Arch.
Like this area of the US is gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Mhm.
And like Disney is going to get you access to stuff that you wouldn't be able to have access to as a regular human.
I was going to bring this up when we talk about Wyoming, but a couple years back, I pieced together like a trip like this for people.
Mhm.
And it was the same cost as doing Adventures by Disney. So, people love to say we would love to go on Adventures by Disney, but the cost is so high. But sometimes when you piece it together, it's very, very similar in cost.
Well, and piecing it together, I'm sure you didn't have private guides. I'm sure you didn't
Yeah,
have all of that. So, like, this would have been a better value.
exactly. All
So,
right,
go
go
ahead.
to Canada.
Let's go to
Go to
Canada,
Canada.
where you do need a passport.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you will need a
Um,
passport to go to
but
Canada.
Canada is beautiful. The first one is Calgary in the Canadian Rockies. This is going to be 7 days. It goes to Calgary, Banff. Oh my God, Banff, like bury me there.
Mhm.
I haven't been yet, but I know I'm just going to be
But
obsessed.
you just know.
I just
You
know.
just know.
And Lake Louise. So this is going to be a glacier skywalk excursion.
I would do that.
Step over the edge and onto the glass bottom platform of the view of the valley, 918 feet below. Amazing. Columbia Icefield, head to the Continental Divide for a visit to the largest body of ice in North America that feeds 8 glaciers.
Oh, that's
Moraine Lake,
exciting.
journey into Lake Country and explore the calm waters of Moraine Lake, situated on a majestic mountain range. This is the iconic photos that everybody sees.
Mhm.
Oh, trans immediately.
Book
Uh,
it. Go.
Canmore, I know I need to.
Cancel Japan and do this instead.
Ugh.
Ah.
Canmore float trip. This I think I would enjoy more than whitewater rafting.
Have you ever floated?
Yes.
Uh,
I live next to the Rio Frio.
you do. You do. You live in like float country. I have a
Yes.
horror story of floating with a toddler, but that's not what we're talking about today.
No, this is where you're going to glide past the idyllic town of Canmore during the scenic trip of serene waters of the Bow River. This is not going to be whitewater rafting. This is going to
No.
be chill. And then Banff gondola visit. Soar to new heights as you rise 7,500 feet to the summit of Sulphur Mountain for a truly spectacular view.
Skyliner. Sign
Oh
me
my,
up.
oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, if you're a like if you love nature, except for two of these are for your nature people. Like,
Mhm.
and come on, America has some of the most beautiful national parks. I just have to say,
Agreed. Agreed. Agreed.
yes.
All right. We got one more Canada itinerary, and that is Canada, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Islands. And that is an 8 day. Locations are Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and New Brunswick. This means nothing to me, but this might mean something to a lot of you people because I was not an Anna Green Gables girl. I'm a Laura Ingalls Wilder girl. But one of the things you can do is the Green Gables Heritage Place. Become immersed in the beloved story of author Lucy Maud Morgan as you visit the places that inspired the books.
I'm not
Are
an
you an
Anna
Anna
Green
Green
Gables
Gables?
person
Uh,
either.
yeah. A private, ooh, words are hard. No.
Don't the First Nations people.
Yeah, storytelling and talking stick workshop. Meet members of the First Nations people to learn about their culture and make your own talking stick, a symbol of respect. You and I need a talking stick sometime. We talk over each other.
Yes.
We do.
But we can't pass it over Zoom, so
Yeah, we can. The Shaddock Lobster Boat Experience. I would love this. Cruise the calm waters of the Shaddock Bay alongside with lobster fishing expert who will share sustainable fishing practices and give tips on how to prepare a lobster feast.
I'll tell
Oh,
you,
yeah.
randomly, I get lobster talk on my TikTok account.
Do you really?
It's so weird when it pops up, and it'll be like these people who catch lobsters, and they'll explain like the females, how like if they lay eggs, you can't catch them, and like
Mhm.
it is very interesting. I don't know if I would like this because I do get motion sickness, but I'm also fascinated by things, so I don't know.
Yeah, that would be
But
a
oh,
hard
but
one.
do we get a lobster roll afterwards is really the question.
It would be criminal if you do not get some kind of
Yes.
lobster to eat afterwards.
Yes.
The Sugar Moon Farm, visit with fresh tap syrup, savor one of Canada's most popular flavor, syrup tapped straight from the tree, plus learn about the tree to table process. It's funny that you brought up the lobsters on your TikTok because my TikTok has been maple syrup because apparently it's time to start tapping.
Okay.
And that's been on my feed all week. And I'm like, I want to make maple syrup.
Yeah, it's oh my God. Like I think I saw somebody make it and like they'll take like a gallon of the syrup that comes out and it only will make like a quarter cup.
Yeah, because I didn't realize, like, I thought it, like, I'm an idiot, right? So, like, I thought it came out of the
I thought
tree.
it came out of the tree like that too.
And I watched it the other day, and she literally tapped it, and she stuck a empty milk jug on there,
Yes.
and it poured out, and it looks like
Clear.
clear and watery. And she's
Yes.
like, "Now I'll cook it down to maple syrup," and I'm like, "My God, I had no
Yes.
idea."
I'm so glad we both thought that it was clear.
Yeah,
It was like
because
you
like,
tapped the tree and it
okay,
came out.
Rachel and I both live in the South. She lives in Texas. I live in Louisiana. And I think about pine sap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same page. Same page.
All right. The Hopewell Rocks Park Guided Exploration, which is discover the origins of these unique formations, also known as the Flower Pot Rocks, as you explore the exposed ocean floor by the Bay of Fundy during low tide.
That's awesome.
That's another thing that I would be much into. I'm a coastal girl. I
This is
Yeah,
up your alley
yeah,
100%.
yeah. After hours Halifax Citadel tour, explore the picturesque historical citadel perched on downtown Halifax highest hill and learn about the city's importance to the region's security during this after hours experience. Historical, love it.
Love it.
All right, now let's talk about what every Disney lover wants to do.
Let
These
me
two,
tell you something. This has been my biggest betrayal in life. Okay. I was signed up for the Disneyland Resort in Southern California, Adventures by Disney, for April 2020. Guess who didn't get to go on that? Me. I waited
you
until like the last minute and we rescheduled it to April of 2021. Guess what still wasn't open?
Disneyland.
Disneyland. So I haven't gotten to do this and I wanted to. But
You know, one of these days we need to take our trips that we never took from COVID because I had a trip booked for sandals.
yeah.
Like I was going to Jamaica and I never rebooked it. We have yet to be in Jamaica.
Yeah, I have two.
So,
The
mhm.
the Navajo Nation one and then this one. So the difference between an escape and a regular Adventures by Disney is the length. So there is a Disneyland in Southern California escape, which is 4 days, and then the Disneyland Resort in Southern California regular is 6 days. Of course, they are slightly different because one is 4 days and one is 6 days. However, this is the only way you get to see the Disney studios.
Yeah,
Okay. So
I
the
want to see them so
four,
bad.
I know this is why I wanted to do it because I want to go to the studios. So the
Mm.
escape, you go, you do a Walt Disney Imagineering tour. Okay. See how Disney's Imagineers create the magic at Disney theme park and resorts. Fantastic. You also get to do Walt Disney's Disneyland apartment, Walt Disney's Disneyland apartment. Okay. So you go to his apartment in Disneyland, which you
Mm.
think is not a emotional experience, and then you're wrong. Okay, I've done it. You also visit the Disneyland Resort theme parks for a fun-filled visit to the iconic theme parks. And I saw them when I was in line for Donald and Daisy when I was just there.
When we went in 2024, I got in line because I thought I was going to meet Baymax and I saw a crowd of people and I joined the line and I waited there for about 3 minutes. And then they started saying, a cast member was like, "Oh, we're about to go backstage." And I was like, "What's happening?" And so I asked the lady in front of me, I'm like, "Hey, what are we doing?" She's like, "This is Adventures by Disney." And I was like, "Oh, I thought we were meeting Baymax." And she got so tickled with me. And I saw them the next day, and she asked me if I ever got to meet Baymax, and I said, "No, I never did."
Because they have, so they, it's not a VIP tour, but it's kind of like a VIP tour, and they walk around with like the paddle and everything. And I saw them walking by when I was in line for Donald. So,
Yeah.
yep, you do get to visit the theme parks. For the escape, you also do the Walt Disney Studios and Archives reading room. So you tour the Legendary Studio and you see film props in the archives. And then you also have dinner at the Tom O'Shanter restaurant, which is a favorite hangout of Walt Disney. Very cool.
Hmm.
The
And I've
diff
seen some stuff on that they have like original artwork because not only would Walt Disney go, but all of the original, you know, what's the name? Cartoonist? They would all go
animators,
to lunch there. Animators, haha, that's the word. They would
cartoon.
all go to lunch there. So like there is like some really cool historical stuff that they have donated to the restaurant over the years. Yeah,
Hmm.
here you go.
Now, for the longer one, the only real difference is so this one, it does say specifically California Adventure Park visit, and the other one said Disneyland. I feel like it's a park hopper and you can do both. I can't
Mhm.
100% remember. But this one, they do also go to the Walt Disney Studios and Archive Reading Room. Very important. They do the Walt Disney Imagineering Tour. Very important. They also do Walt Disney's Disneyland Apartment, so they have to do both parks. But they also have a visit to the Academy Museum, which is the largest museum in the United States dedicating to movie making and the arts, sciences, and artists that create them. So this one goes to Hollywood, Burbank, and Disneyland Resort. The Escape is only Disneyland and Burbank. So you do have that extra Hollywood.
I think the longer one, it's not on the highlights, but I think it also goes to the place where the train ended up, the train that Walt Disney built in his backyard. That is they moved it to a place where you can visit in Los Angeles, and I think that the longer one goes there as well. One of them does.
The
And it might
Hollywood
not be
and
all of them,
Disneyland
it
tour.
might just be some of them.
Well, now I have to check the
I shouldn't have done
itinerary.
that. I shouldn't have given you that rabbit hole.
You shouldn't have, because now, let's see. Yes, Hollywood. You have a private Hollywood excursion, the Academy Museum, lunch at Tim O'Shanter, afternoon on your own in Hollywood. Then you do the studio tour, private tour of Walt's apartment, private tour of Walt's apartment. Then you're at Disneyland. No, at least not on the short one.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I have seen people doing it. I just don't know if it's available with each one or if that is, maybe a couple of them a year, but I just thought it was really cool.
Yeah, and it might just be like maybe that's something because it is based, also availability too. Like maybe the
Mhm.
train is closed and they can't go because stuff changes too. But
Yes, because that's one of the things about that is that the place where it is only open a couple days a month.
yeah.
So I don't think it's on all of them. But anyway, just me
Yeah, and it
saying
could also
weird
be because they
stuff
do
that I know.
surprises too. So it could
Mhm.
be like that's actually a surprise thing that they don't advertise to people because the operating hours change. So you and we should have mentioned this too. Like the tours are very structured, but it's Disney. There's magic that happens all the time.
They make magic happen. Like
Yeah.
they will sometimes switch it up just to make something happen for one person in the group.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, let's you talk about
Wow
the
me.
I feel like the best one.
Yeah, this is the one. Like if I had to pick one, this
This
is
is
the
the
one.
one.
So this is Wyoming and it is 7 days. You go to Jackson Hole, Brooks Lake, Grand Teton National Park, and Yellowstone National Park. This is the trip that I pieced together for somebody, right? You have an exclusive stay at Brooks Lake Lodge, live the cowboy life with activities that include horseback riding, fly fishing, canoeing, and archery.
I would just horseback
Um,
ride the whole time. Forget about fly fishing. Just horseback ride the whole time.
horses.
I love horses.
Oh, I hate horses.
Great. I can take your spot.
You can ride twice.
Yeah.
Um, disclosure, Katie grew up on a cattle farm and her sisters did barrel racing, and I'm not ever about that life. The reason I did not get to travel as a child is because we spent our weekends pulling a horse trailer all over Louisiana and Texas. So I lived in the back of a camper. I didn't get to go anywhere. Anyway,
So you don't hate horses for any real reason other than they stole your childhood
yes, yes,
by
very
accident. It's
much.
not even the horse's
Mhm.
fault.
Yeah. And then my sisters moved out and went to college, and I still lived there. So I had to feed the horses every single day. I'm like, they're not even my horses. Anyway, the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone hike along the south rim of the canyon, surrounded by beautiful waterfalls, vibrant colors, and natural
Mm-mm.
wonders.
Mm-mm-mm.
Snake River whitewater rafting, wind your way down Snake River while keeping watch for eagles and other birds. That sounds terrifying. Um, Yellowstone National Park Lower Loop excursion, which is going to take you to see the unique thermal features like Old Faithful and the Grand Prismatic Hot Spring.
Oh, it's
And
so beautiful. I can only imagine what it looks like in person. Oh my God.
no,
Oh,
we have talked about doing a Wyoming trip for years, and it just never comes to fruition. Like, oh, Grand Teton National Park bike ride. Pedal your way through the Jackson area alongside local experts who will regale you with local history surrounding Jackson area as well as a beautiful park.
this is the only one I feel like is perfect.
Book it. Book it.
You
My
know,
dad wants to take us all to Wyoming so bad. And I'm like, you can book it through Adventures by Disney, or I'm going to have to plan out every
no,
single day for multiple people.
I feel like you need to not give him an option and it just be an Adventures
I
by
know.
Disney.
I know.
Because this one, like the other ones, all the other ones, there's like some, I'm very particular in case you guys didn't know.
Mhm.
The other ones, there are things that I wish I would could change about them, but this one, I'm like, this is perfect.
This is the itinerary.
Yeah.
Like when people are talking about going to Yellowstone, when they're talking about going to Wyoming, these are the things
Yeah.
that everybody consistently says I have to see, and they're
Yeah.
all there.
That
Hmm.
it checks every box. So we've said this before in our overview of Adventures by Disney, but who these trips are best for is families wanting adventure without overwhelm, multi-generational groups, like literally Katie was just saying her dad wants to take her and her kids, the whole family. So this is great for that. Travelers who love national parks but hate logistics because there's a lot of logistics that go into visiting
You ever
national
seen
parks.
the traffic trying to get into these national parks in the morning?
Yeah.
It's like you pulled into a Disney park.
Yeah.
Swear. Hmm.
It's especially Yellowstone. Oh my God, especially Yellowstone.
Hmm.
It's also great for adults who want immersive travel without planning stress because a lot of these itineraries also have adults only options. So if you want to be an adult only version of these, they have them. This is also great for first time guided tour travel clients. So if you want
Hmm.
to dip your toe into the water of guided travel to see if it's even something that you'd like, these are within the United States, so you don't have long flights. They're really great price points, to be perfectly honest. And then you get to see, okay, I actually really dig guided travel. Now let's do something even
Let's go
more
to Europe.
adventurous.
Yeah. Let's go to Asia. Let's go to Europe.
Do you
Yeah.
want to tell us some of the
Testing the waters out with these kids before you get on that 12-hour flight.
yes? Do you want to tell us the biggest benefits of Adventures by Disney?
Disney level service in non Disney destinations. So when you've got those family members that are like, I hate Disney parks, we're not going, we can do this instead.
Just not the California one.
Yeah, don't do the California ones. Safety and confidence in remote areas. And this is the thing that I get the most from people in the world we live in today. People want to feel safe
Yep.
and they want to feel secure in wherever they're going. I think that that is one of the biggest reasons that people are not traveling as much right now
Yeah.
is safety concerns. Access to experts and experiences most travelers miss.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I like the
Balance.
expert piece because like if you went to a national park on your own, you'd be like, "Oh, this is great," but an expert can take you to
Do
the
the
most
ones audio tours
yeah.
on your phone.
Yeah, yeah. Or the experts can take you to a place that's less populated, or they can tell you more about the national park itself. So like it you'll get an even more immersive experience. Like I
Mhm.
cannot stress enough the value of these guides and experts.
Balance paced, active but not exhausting,
Yep.
which is always important, especially when we're talking about multi-generational. You want to bring the grandparents, like you're not going to be overly exhausted at the end of the day. and everything flows smoothly because it's run by Disney
Mhm.
and they are, you know, travel experts. They have it down to a science.
Yeah, Katie and I have definitely had, we've worked with suppliers where it hasn't been smooth sailing. So we
Mhm.
now have our own curated list of people that we work with, and Disney's always going to be at the top because they take pride in everything that they do. And like, we love the company, but also we love how our clients are treated. So, like,
Yes.
it's more than just we love the brand. We love the reputation and how our clients are treated because at the end of the day, our clients are our number one. And if it's
Yep.
not good for our clients, we're not going to work with them.
All
So
right.
if this app,
Oh,
go
what
ahead.
adventure by Disney destination are we talking about next? So they can be watching for it. Do you know off the top of your head? Europe.
No,
It's
but I can
Europe.
look in Europe.
I look.
Oh,
It's
yes, that's going to be
Europe.
so good.
Yeah. So in a couple weeks, y'all come back for the Europe one.
But if this episode had you dreaming about national parks, Alaska, or just a stress-free guided adventure, definitely reach out. We would love to help you. All of our info is in the show notes. We'd love to help you plan your perfect adventures by Disney. And if it's not one of these, don't worry. We are going to cover all of them. We just thought we'd start with America.
Yep.
So until next time, thank you for joining us. Bye.